Tom. They're all in line. They're off in the Kentucky Oaks. And it was a very good start here for Lovely Maria. She comes out running with Kondo Commando and Angela Renee between horses. These three out to the front. Sarah Sis came out running in fourth, and Shook Up is down toward the inside. Then Money's on Charlotte. A long shot in mid-pack early on. Forever Unbridled is down toward the rail. After that comes Include Betty, who's closer today. She's only 7 lengths off the lead. Bird at the wires in between horses. Puka's there on the outside. Then I'm a Chatterbox. A 3-wide run for Stellar Wind. And then comes Ocean Wave, and the early trailer is Asking for Money. And the opening quarter mile as they go onto the backstretch goes at 23 1/5 seconds. And it is Kondo Commando in front by 3/4 of a length. Angela Renee on the outside second. The Great Filly Shook Up is third down toward the rail. Lovely Maria follows fourth by another 3. Forever Unbridled has been guided off the rail by Mike Smith, 5.5 lengths off the lead. And then Money's on Charlotte between horses. Bird at the wire making an early run down toward the inside. I'm a Chatterbox is 9 lengths off the lead as they run past a half mile and move into the far turn in 47 1/5 seconds. So it's Kondo Commando and Angela Renee, and these two are matching strides with 3 furlongs to run. And on their outside, Lovely Maria confronts them. And then comes Shook Up. Forever Unbridled is 5th and moving on the outside. Then it's Money's on Charlotte, the rest of them with work to do. And Angela Renee to catch at the top of the stretch. And Lovely Maria's right up alongside. Angela Renee and Lovely Maria into the final furlong of the Kentucky Oaks, and Shook Up is third on the outside of them. 1 furlong to run, and Lovely Maria and Kerwin Clark have taken the lead, and they're pulling away by 3. And then comes Shook Up on the outside of a Chatterbox. Lovely Maria and Kerwin Clark have won the Kentucky Oaks. It was Shook Up second, and third under the wire was I'm a Chatterbox, in a final time of 1 minute 50.45 seconds. Well, Boo Boo did it.
And so did Larry Jones, whose fillies run first and third in the Kentucky Oaks.
Well, he called on all of his experience over the years. Boo Boo Clark rode a flawless race. Kondo Commando, as expected, took the lead early. Boo Boo Clark on Lovely Maria, positioned at about 4th, going around the first turn, saving some ground. Down the backside, eased out to launch his run, measured his moves. Awesome.
I saw former Governor Brereton Jones there getting some hugs. Looked like he wiped a tear from his eye as he wins another Kentucky Oaks. The former Kentucky governor saw his silks cross the line first aboard Lovely Maria, who won at Keeneland in the Ashland Stakes and follows that up with a win in the Kentucky Oaks. And you know, as a former governor of this state, you know how much it means to him to win those races. And I saw Boo Boo Clark, too, wiping a tear.
How much could this have to mean to him? The oldest jockey ever to win the Kentucky Oaks. At one point, his career had stalled so much in America, he had to go to Saudi Arabia to ride.
Thank you.
Amy, if you're talking to me, I can't hear you.
The emotion pouring out for Kerwin Clark, winning the Kentucky Oaks on Lovely Maria, and the tears are flowing. Tears of joy. Wow.
And 3 cheers for Brereton Jones and Larry Jones for staying with Kerwin Clark, because a lot of times in these big races they may change to a more successful, accomplished rider.
Let's go to Donna.
Boo Boo, when you won your first Grade 1 race on her at Keeneland a month ago, you told me that this was a dream. 40 years in the making. Tell me about this dream, Boo Boo.
This is unbelievable. I didn't think that was ever happened to me again. You know, I thought my opportunity was gone. This is just a blessing. My mom and dad got to be here today to watch this, and it doesn't get any better than this. I'm just so blessed to be here.
You told me that Larry Jones has been awfully instrumental in your career, having this resurgence late in life. Talk to me about Larry Jones and your relationship.
Larry Jones is a great guy. I mean, you know, he's had all the confidence in the world in me. He's never wavered. And like I said, it's just a blessing that I'm with these people. They're great people. They've given me an opportunity to be here on this stage today, and I can't thank them enough.
And let's talk about Lovely Maria, who got it done.
You know, after the Ashland, I just felt like she was really coming around and getting better. And when I blew her out the other day, I know she went quick, but she did it so easy. And I knew she was ready, and I knew Larry and our whole team had her ready. So it doesn't get any better than this.
Boo Boo, after this race, you'll go back and watch the replay. What about this replay will stand out to you the most?
Me crossing the wire in front.
Well done. Go celebrate.
Well, Kerwin Boo Boo Clark. And
wow.
What a moment. Here's the replay, top of the stretch.
Well, Boo Boo had her in great shape all the way, just biding his time, waiting for the speed in front to fold. Angela Renee overtook Kondo Commando before they turned for home, and Boo Boo was right there, and it wasn't a given here. Angela Renee on the inside was fighting back, but I'm sure that, as it appears right now, Boo Boo knew how much filly he had, and so lovely to see him draw out here. You know, typically in a jockey's career, from age 46 to 56 is the slowest time in their career. Boo Boo's purse earnings in those 10 years, in the last 10 years of his career, were double of that of his previous 10 years. Amazing story.
He's always been a good rider, but it's all about the opportunities. You know, there are a lot of riders out there that could win some of these races if they had the opportunity. Here's Larry Jones.
And he becomes the 7th trainer ever to win 3 or more Oaks. Well, we do understand that Sarah Siss pulled up, and for more on her, let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, thanks, Tom. Dr. Keith Latson is here, the vet on call. There's actually about 8 other vets around this track at various positions. You were in contact with one of the vets as they were putting the filly into the van. What can you tell us, Keith?
That's right. I spoke to Dr. Liz Sanchi, who's attending the horse on the ambulance. She reports that there's no obvious injury to the limbs, but that the horse just didn't feel right to the jockey, so he pulled her up. The horse is walking very comfortably, and they're taking her back to the barn to be checked out.
And as Gary Stevens pulled her up as a precautionary measure, it would appear, what happens when she goes back now to the barn?
Well, the regular attending veterinarian will check out the horse, will examine the horse, examine the legs, treat the horse for potential heat exhaustion. They'll bathe the horse and cool her down, and then they'll examine her again later on in the day.
As I feel we always must point out, these horses, the Oaks horses as well as the Derby horses tomorrow, they're checked thoroughly throughout the day and all week long, and including the day of the big race. So all the fillies today were checked out prior to the race.
That's right, and several times this week prior to the race.
Okay, so a precautionary measure at the moment, as we know.
Yes, in the best interest of the horse.
All right, thank you, Doctor. Tom?
All right, Kenny, here's a replay of Sarah Siss as the horse ambulance takes her back to her stall, and here she is in the back. You see the arrow.
The race is practically over. They're in deep stretch at this point. Jockey Gary Stevens obviously feels something amiss. Now, it doesn't appear like she's favoring one leg or the other, but the guy on their back knows the best. Good move by Gary just to ease her up. She was obviously finished in the race anyway.
Here's the head on.
So she's hitting the ground well. She's not favoring either leg, at least not visually.
And you heard them say that there weren't any obvious injuries. And Larry Jones, Kerwin Clark, Brereton Jones, the owner, soaking in the moment after taking the Longines Kentucky Oaks. And here are the payoffs in the Kentucky Oaks. Lovely Maria paid $14.67.80 and $5.40. Shook Up was second. I'm a Chatterbox got third. If you had the exacta, it paid $296. See the trifecta and superfecta payoffs as well. Lovely Maria wins the Longines Kentucky Oaks. So before a record crowd, it was Lovely Maria that took command in the stretch under her jockey, Kerwin Boo Boo Clark, 56 years old. He said it best, it doesn't get any better than this.